10 Best Fantasy Books 2023. Welcome, fellow book lovers, to our video on the 10 best fantasy books to look out for in 2023. For avid readers and fans of the fantasy genre, the year 2023 promises to be an exciting one with many highly anticipated book releases from some of the most talented writers in the field. From epic high fantasy to urban fantasy and everything in between, the titles we've chosen for our list are sure to captivate your imagination and take you on thrilling adventures through fantastical worlds. So, grab a mug of your favorite drink, settle into your comfiest reading nook, and join us as we explore the best fantasy books to add to your reading list in 2023. 1. The Name of the Wind, by Patrick Rothfuss. The Name of the Wind is a fantasy novel by Patrick Rothfuss, published in 2007. The book follows the life story of a legendary wizard named Kvothe, who is the protagonist and narrator of the story. Kvothe is an orphan who grows up in a troupe of traveling performers, learning a range of skills including acting, music, and acrobatics. However, his true passion is for knowledge and magic, which leads him to seek out the university, a prestigious institution for the study of arcane arts. At the university, Kvothe meets a range of colorful characters, both friends and foes, and learns the ways of magic. However, he also becomes embroiled in a number of dangerous conflicts, including a feud with a powerful nobleman and a battle against a terrifying supernatural force known as the Chandrian. Along the way, Kvothe must also grapple with personal tragedies, including the loss of his family and the betrayal of a close friend. Through it all, Kvothe's determination, intelligence, and wit carry him forward, and he emerges as one of the most formidable and respected figures in the world of magic. The Name of the Wind is a masterful work of fantasy fiction, blending intricate world building, compelling characters, and stunning prose to create an unforgettable reading experience. 2. The Way of Kings, by Brandon Sanderson. The Way of Kings is the first book in the Stormlight Archive series by Brandon Sanderson, published in 2010. The novel is set in the fictional world of Roshar, a place where massive storms sweep across the landscape and shape the lives of its inhabitants. The story follows several main characters, each with their own distinct plot lines, as they navigate the tumultuous events and political intrigues of Roshar. At the heart of the story is Kaladin, a former soldier who has been betrayed and enslaved. Despite his circumstances, Kaladin refuses to give up and instead works to unite his fellow slaves and lead them to freedom. Meanwhile, a young woman named Shallan seeks to become a scholar and learns that her journey will be fraught with danger and intrigue. And High Prince Dalinar Kholin struggles to unite the various factions of Roshar against a common enemy, while also grappling with personal demons and visions of a long-dead king. As the character stories intertwine, they uncover ancient secrets and mystical powers that could determine the fate of Roshar itself. Along the way, readers are treated to rich world building, complex characters, and thrilling action scenes. The Way of Kings is a sweeping epic that sets the stage for the rest of the series, and cements Brandon Sanderson's reputation as one of the premier writers of modern epic fantasy. 3. The Lies of Locke Lamora, by Scott Lynch. The Lies of Locke Lamora is a fantasy novel by Scott Lynch, published in 2006. The story follows the adventures of a group of thieves led by the charismatic and cunning Locke Lamora. The thieves, known as the Gentlemen Bastards, specialize in elaborate heists and cons, stealing from the rich and powerful of the city of Camor. At the heart of the story is a conflict between the Gentlemen Bastards and a powerful criminal underworld figure known as the Grey King. The Grey King is determined to destroy the power and influence of the Gentlemen Bastards, and his efforts to do so set in motion a series of thrilling and dangerous events that threaten to tear apart the city of Camor. As the conflict intensifies, Locke and his companions must use all their skills and wits to stay alive and outsmart their enemies. Along the way, they uncover dark secrets and conspiracies that shake their understanding of the world and their place in it. The Lies of Locke Lamora is a masterfully crafted novel, blending intricate world building, complex characters, and intricate plotting to create a thrilling and immersive reading experience. Fans of heist stories, fantasy, and adventure will find much to enjoy in this gripping tale of crime and redemption in a richly imagined world. 4. The Blade Itself, by Joe Abercrombie. The Blade itself is a fantasy novel by Joe Abercrombie, published in 2006. The story is set in a gritty and violent world, where war and political intrigue are the norm. The narrative follows the lives of several main characters, each with their own distinct storylines, as they navigate the dangerous and often treacherous world around them. At the heart of the story is a conflict between the Union, a powerful empire, and the Northmen, a fierce and independent people who have long been at odds with their southern neighbors. The narrative is told from the perspectives of a diverse cast of characters, including the cynical and world-weary Inquisitor Glokta, the legendary warrior Logan Ninefingers, and the privileged and arrogant nobleman Jezal Dan Luthar. As the characters' stories intertwine, they become embroiled in a series of dangerous conflicts and conspiracies that threaten to tear apart the fragile peace of the world. Along the way, they must confront their own personal demons and grapple with the harsh realities of war and political power. The Blade itself is a gripping and immersive novel, characterized by its vividly drawn characters, complex plotlines, and gritty realism. Abercrombie's prose is spare and evocative, bringing to life a world that is both brutal and beautiful in equal measure. Fans of epic fantasy and political thrillers will find much to enjoy in this masterful novel. 5. The City We Became, by N.K. Jemisin. The City We Became is a fantasy novel by N.K. Jemisin, published in 2020. The story is set in a version of New York City where the city itself has come alive, in the form of human avatars who embody the city's unique spirit and personality. The narrative follows several of these avatars, as they struggle to come to terms with their newfound existence and protect the city from a mysterious threat that seeks to destroy it. The avatars are a diverse and eclectic group, including a streetwise kid from the Bronx, a punk rocker from Brooklyn, and a high-powered executive from Manhattan. As the avatars work together to save their city, they must confront not only the external threat, but also the internal divisions and prejudices that threaten to tear them apart. The novel is a celebration of the diversity and vibrancy of New York City, as well as a powerful commentary on the importance of community and solidarity in the face of adversity. The City We Became is a masterfully crafted novel, characterized by Jemisin's evocative prose and vivid world-building. The novel is a tour de force of imagination and creativity, blending elements of urban fantasy, science fiction, and social commentary to create a work that is both thrilling and thought-provoking. Fans of Jemisin's previous work, as well as readers looking for a fresh and original take on the urban fantasy genre, will find much to enjoy in this compelling novel. 6. The Fifth Season, by N.K. Jemisin. The Fifth Season is a fantasy novel by N.K. Jemisin, published in 2015. The story is set in a world beset by frequent and catastrophic geological disasters, known as fifth seasons. These events are caused by the shifting of the planet's tectonic plates, which can cause earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and other devastating natural phenomena. The narrative follows several main characters, each with their own unique perspective on the world and its many dangers. The central character is Essen, a woman whose son has been killed and whose husband has fled with their daughter in the aftermath of a fifth season event. Essen sets out on a dangerous journey to find her daughter and confront her husband, even as the world around her teeters on the brink of destruction. As Essen journeys through the dangerous and unpredictable landscape, she must confront not only the physical dangers of the world, but also the complex social and political dynamics that have shaped it. Along the way, she discovers secrets about herself and the world around her that threaten to upend everything she thought she knew. The Fifth Season is a masterful novel, characterized by Jemisin's richly imagined world-building, evocative prose, and complex characters. The novel is a powerful exploration of themes such as power, oppression, and survival, as well as a gripping tale of adventure and suspense. Fans of epic fantasy and post-apocalyptic fiction will find much to enjoy in this thrilling and thought-provoking novel. 7. The Broken Empire Trilogy, by Mark Lawrence. The Broken Empire Trilogy is a fantasy series by Mark Lawrence, comprising 3 novels, Prince of Thorns, King of Thorns, and Emperor of Thorns. The series is set in a dark and violent world, where power and conquest are the only paths to survival. The narrative follows the story of Jorg Ancrath, a young prince who witnesses the brutal murder of his mother and brother and sets out on a quest for revenge. Jorg is a ruthless and cunning character, willing to do whatever it takes to achieve his goals and gain power. As the series progresses, Jorg becomes embroiled in a complex web of political intrigue, facing off against rival factions and powerful enemies in his quest for power and vengeance. Along the way, he must confront his own personal demons and grapple with the harsh realities of a world that is both cruel and unforgiving. The Broken Empire trilogy is a dark and compelling series, characterized by Lawrence's spare and evocative prose, as well as his vividly drawn characters and complex plotlines. The series is a masterful exploration of themes such as power, morality, and the nature of evil, as well as a thrilling and action-packed epic fantasy tale. Fans of grimdark fantasy and character-driven storytelling will find much to enjoy in this powerful and thought-provoking series. 8. The Black Company, by Glenn Cook. The Black Company is a fantasy novel by Glenn Cook, published in 1984. The story follows a mercenary company, known as the Black Company, as they are hired by a mysterious figure known as the Lady to serve in a brutal war between two powerful sorcerers. The narrative is told from the perspective of Croker, a physician and historian who serves as the company's physician and chronicler. As the war rages on, Croker and his fellow mercenaries must navigate a dangerous and complex web of loyalties and betrayals, as they struggle to survive in a world where magic and violence are the norm. As the Black Company becomes embroiled in the conflict, they begin to uncover dark secrets about the Lady and her true intentions. The company must decide whether to remain loyal to their employer, or to risk everything to defy her and fight for their own freedom. The Black Company is a classic of the grimdark fantasy genre, characterized by Cook's spare and gritty prose, as well as his vividly drawn characters and intense action sequences. The novel is a masterful exploration of themes such as loyalty, betrayal, and the morality of violence, as well as a thrilling and suspenseful tale of war and magic. Fans of dark fantasy and military fiction will find much to enjoy in this classic novel. 9. The Kingkiller Chronicle, by Patrick Rothfuss. The Kingkiller Chronicle is a fantasy series by Patrick Rothfuss, comprising 2 novels, The Name of the Wind, and The Wise Man's Fear. The series is set in a richly imagined world, full of magic, intrigue, and adventure. The story follows the life of Kavoth, a legendary wizard and musician, as he recounts his life story to a scribe named Chronicler. Kavoth's story is one of triumph and tragedy, as he rises from poverty and hardship to become a master of the magical arts. As Kavoth's story unfolds, he becomes embroiled in a complex web of political intrigue and magical conflict, facing off against powerful enemies and struggling to survive in a world full of danger and uncertainty. Along the way, he must confront his own personal demons and grapple with the consequences of his actions. The Kingkiller Chronicle is characterized by Rothfuss's richly detailed world building, complex characters, and vividly described magical systems. The series is a masterful exploration of themes such as power, love, and the nature of storytelling, as well as a thrilling and suspenseful epic fantasy tale. Fans of epic fantasy and character-driven storytelling will find much to enjoy in this captivating and thought-provoking series. 10. The Stormlight Archive, by Brandon Sanderson. The Stormlight Archive is a fantasy series by Brandon Sanderson, comprising 4 novels, The Way of Kings, Words of Radiance, Oathbringer, and Rhythm of War. The series is set in a richly imagined world, full of magic, intrigue, and epic battles. The story follows several main characters, including Kaladin, Shallan, and Dalinar, as they navigate a complex web of political intrigue, magical conflict, and personal struggles. Each character is unique and fully fleshed out, with their own motivations and conflicts. As the series unfolds, the characters become embroiled in a complex conflict between various factions vying for power and control. The narrative is full of surprises and twists, as characters are forced to make difficult choices and confront their own personal demons. The Stormlight Archive is characterized by Sanderson's masterful world building, which includes a detailed magic system, complex political and social structures, and a deep history that informs the events of the narrative. The series is a masterful exploration of themes such as power, morality, and the nature of heroism, as well as a thrilling and suspenseful epic fantasy tale. Fans of epic fantasy and intricate world building will find much to enjoy in this captivating and engrossing series. And there you have it, our picks for the 10 best fantasy books of 2023. We hope you've enjoyed our recommendations and that you've found some new books to add to your reading list. We'd love to hear your thoughts on our picks. Which books are you most excited to read? And which ones did we miss? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great book recommendations and reviews. We'll be sure to keep you up to date on all the latest and greatest in the world of fantasy fiction. Thanks for watching, and happy reading.